Are you one of those people, when you're taking a group photograph, you prefer to stand behind, revealing just your wonderful face and possibly a gorgeous, lovely smile, but not the rest of you? That could be for various reasons, by the way, that you haven't looked after yourself. But the important question is, what does that do to your confidence? What does that do to your soul? And the importance of physical health and its impact on our overall confidence and well-being is what we're going to talk about today. So join me as I talk to my guest about the importance of physical well-being, and then that results in an overall well-being. Hello. This is Tagore, and welcome to my podcast, A Pint of Imbecile Wisdom. So, in a world where we focus a lot about mental health, well-being, mental health, and so forth, and rightly so, there is something that we never tend to sort of focus upon, and that is what happens to us in our physical well-being and its impact that it has on our overall well-being. So I came across my next guest maybe about a year and a half ago, when I noticed that there were a lot of people here in Singapore who were actually being trained by this man. He was their personal trainer. And I've seen the miracle. And the miracle that I saw was not that, all these wonderful women finding their, wonderful physical selves, but there was something more deeper in it. Okay, all these women were mostly mothers who had given birth to a child or a number of children, had kind of, had changes going through their bodies, and rightly so. But that led them to kind of lose their confidence in many ways. When clicking for photographs, they would usually be wanting to stand at the back of everybody, so only revealing their gorgeous smiles, or stand sideways and so forth. But deeply, I also noticed that it was also impacting their confidence as individuals, as women, as human beings. So I have seen a huge transition in a number of women after they've been working with my guests. Not only have they found the right physical body for themselves, forget for everybody else, but they've also found the mental confidence about being able to want to go out into the world and conquer the world like they did when they were much younger and in their pre-motherhood days as well. It's been an amazing transition to actually see that in close proximity with children, with the kids, and even myself. It's amazing. The miracle is astonishing. But the thing about my guest is that he's so humbled about it that I had to convince him to come and talk about it without any further delay. My dear friend, the man, I can't believe how he does this, Mando. Welcome to my podcast, Mando.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon. I'm here now in Europe. For me, it's morning. Thank you for really inviting me. It's a pleasure, it's an honor for me to be really your guest today. Yeah.
As they say, because you're originally from Lebanon, let me try my luck here and say, Ahlan wa sahlan ya Habibi. Welcome to the podcast. Faddal.
Thank you, Habibi. Thank you. So let me introduce myself with a short, like 2 sentences. Yeah, my name is Hussain Mando. They call me Mando by family name. It is a habit from school. Yeah. So the name took over. The family name took over the name. By the way, I'm married in Croatia. I have Croatian nationality. Now I'm living in Croatia, in Zagreb. And I used to live in Singapore, and I lived in many, countries before. And so sport was always my passion. Since childhood, in Beirut, I used to play football. I was a football player in 3rd league and 2nd league in Lebanon. So sport, it was really like very big passion. Still, I love all sports. I practice a lot of sports, but for personal training, so the whole thing came later to me, I can say it like my wife needed help. And back in 2011, she asked me if I can help her with fitness-wise and with slimming and to plant that confidence, because you see, for people, it's so important that, like physical appearance. Yeah. Maybe for some people it's not important, but normally in general, everybody watches how they look like, and it gives them some kind of confidence. So of course I started working on my wife. Then of course we had to sign some paper that she should listen to everything I say. And yes, because it's hard to train your wife. Yeah. Or also I had a colleague she's a personal training. It was hard for her to train her husband. So this is very difficult subject, to speak about that. Is sensitive matter for women especially. So of course we trained like for 1 year and managed to drop 27 kilos. She looked better. She felt fit, which is my so then I wasn't yet a certified personal trainer. It was just a hobby. But when I saw that I have that possibility, and I used to work in an ice cream company as a salesman, so I went into that. Yeah, we were living in Shanghai, and then I got a certificate as a personal training, and I started my freelancer. And I have some gift, maybe from God, maybe it's in me, the way of communication with people. So look, Tagore, I don't do miracles. All I do, I let people discover the way how to do it. And the minute you enter inside the person and to know what's inside, what exactly, so you can fix the outside. When you fix the inside, then you fix the outside. So, and when you get this trust with people, believe me, here what you are calling it a miracle happens. But every one of us, okay, we have weaknesses, we have strength. So I let them discover that strong part of themselves. And they start discovering that they can do things that they never thought or ever, even thought about, that they can do certain things, like everybody from us, I can hide myself because I'm weak in some point of thing or something like this. This is weak. I hide myself from that. But if you have somebody to let you discover that you can do it, of course, you feel yourself, oh my God, really? Me play guitar? Me, I could never play guitar. I don't have it. My son was born with that. He got guitar and he started playing guitar. So he is born a musician, yeah? So me, I am sport. I would sleep with the football under my pillow, yeah? So it's different. So it's different talents and different people. So back to our theme now. So yes, I started when I moved to Singapore from Shanghai. One colleague came to me. I was in the PTA, in that, parent association in the Tangmin Trust School, asked me to help her. She wanted to feel good about herself, to slim. She said, I'm training for 9 years. I didn't slim 1 gram. And so can you help me? I see that you're talking a lot with passion about sport. So I said, of course. So over 6 months, she reduced 16 kilograms, a lot of body fat went down, muscle. She came to the school with a new appearance, yeah? Everybody was astonished. Oh my God, what happened to you? So she said, Coach Mando, happened to me. And here my journey started in Singapore. So when I saw the potential, and I was a house husband to Paul, yeah? As my wife is informatic in a known company, traveling all the time. So me, I was taking care of the kids, house, everything. So when I saw the potential, I said, I need more. I entered university in Singapore and I started my journey. I studied sport and, and I saw how I can help people. It was really never about money, but for me, it was a mission, how to help people. And thanks God, every person I met, I could, even the CEO of the school, the, principal of the, school, the marketing manager, everybody came to me, they need help. One doctor came, he said, I would like to go to Base Camp Mount Everest. Can you help me? Of course I could.
So, Mando, the thing here is, with the people that you've been working with, I have seen a lot of them, including my dearest wife, okay, and something in her mind has clicked. So she's so disciplined now about her workout regime, about what she eats, which she had never had with any other personal trainer. And I'm not putting them down, but I'm just saying it's not. And I now see the human confidence in her, like, which she's never had before. And not just her, but even some of the other ladies and other people that you've been working with. I've seen that confidence. I've seen them, what they were like before they started working out with you, and how they are like right now. And forget the physical appearance. It is that confidence that these people have found their footings and their love for life again. How do you think that helps with what you do, Mando?
So, look, this is okay. Not every person, not every coach can do that. Normally, my people, they become my friends, they become my family. So whoever I work with, I help because we become so close somehow, like really friends, family. I enter their houses, in a way. I enter their kitchen, I clean the kitchen for them. I lead them into some way of new life, yeah? And for me, number one is to let them feel fit, yeah? It's more than any slimming, more than any like this, like it's easy to say, okay, you have a lot of programs, eat 2 apples per day, I don't know what, and you will slim, you will drop. Of course, this is not what we want. What I want to build to do basis. Let them feel fit. And the minute they feel fit, they feel so good about themselves. And when they feel good about themselves and they give you that trust, so whatever you say, they will do because they commit. When that level of commitment comes to the level of trust, that trust me to train your little daughter and to let me enter your house and to say, okay, this is not good for you, this is not good. Look, all food is good, but it depends what we are doing. I tell you, eat this, not because it's not good food, but it's not good for what we do. So that is my concept, with every person I work out. Some people, they're allergic to certain foods. Some people, they don't like certain foods. Some people, vegetarian, vegans, they eat meat, they don't eat meat. So it depends on each person. But first thing, when you enter the person's heart, believe me, here start the journey. Here. And you tell me, how can you do? Yes, when that person trusts you that much, and you see that much what they want, and that, like this is for them is so important. And then when they start seeing the result, believe me, the confidence will come more and more and more and double and double and double. And then one of my best things that I think I do is I let them choose a sport that they will do. Because workout is boring. Workout alone by itself is a boring thing. But when you do it with a sport, oh my God, it becomes so interesting. When you start playing tennis or swimming or running or climbing mountains or boxing or any kind of sport, then I ended some hobby into your process of slimming or building or bulking or whatever you want to do. And then it has its meaning. I have a lot of people, the first time in life, they ran with me 10K. Because when I run with somebody that never ran before, I have to lead it. I have to show them the way how to do it. And they don't believe that they could run 10 kilometers. Or as I told you, somebody wanted to climb mountain. He's a doctor, never did before. Okay, 3 months program. He said to me, oh my God, I was between all my colleagues in front. It's amazing. Another man, 55 years old, man, he did all tour around Scotland on his bicycle. So imagine people, they have like something, wishes, they had to say they wanted to do, but they didn't know how to do it. And me, I'm not a biker, but of course I could plant in him that fitness level, that he could really do 150 miles around Scotland, and he felt so good about it. And the feedback came like this from him, thanking me for life for this. Or people that really for health issue, they need to slim, or people that they had some heart issue and they didn't know how to put down weight because doctor said to them, they come to me and they discover they could even run, even with the heart issue, they could run in certain way. So this all, certain things I plant in them little by little. And with time they discover, oh my God, we could do all of that. And here, believe me, the confidence comes. And then you start seeing your wife or partner at home, a different person. Yeah.
So, Mando, there's one thing about you, and which is that when people get to meet you, there is this immediate warmth, immediate trust that people have in you. Even if they meet you for the first time or the second time max, they immediately want to work with you. They begin trusting you as a friend. All of this. What do you think? Can you credit that for? Is this your Lebanese thing, or is it your family thing? From your what is it about you, or do you make a conscious effort to be trustworthy this way? I mean, how does it come out? Because I think that is the key about how people get so. I think that is the trigger that makes people want to do something with their lives.
Yeah, look, okay, being from Middle East and Lebanese, we all have some kind of that gift of communication, yeah. But I can take it more than that, because individually, from home, like from dad and mom, how they were dealing with each other at home first, how that big trust, yeah, between mom and dad, and how my parents and the neighborhood, we were the only Muslims, I can tell you like this, because Lebanon is a mixed country, yeah, Muslim and Christian. So we're almost between rare Muslims in the Christian area living there. And we were loved by all the neighborhood. My dad especially, he was such a good man. They trusted him. And that planted in all of us, we have 4 brothers and 3 sisters, that we have to be good to people. So us as kids, we would want to be wild, but for the love and respect for our father, we always took care not to do anything bad, because they will point at you, son of that man did something bad. So out of that respect, we always followed those rules that we should be good, and we behave. And of course, like we are Muslims, yeah, and Muslim at home, our Muslim religion asks us to be good to people, and that, so we respect all those rules. So what to say, all these rules together, somehow, planted in us to be good to people, and never, like do anything bad, yeah, and try to avoid bad things. And so all this led, and what to tell you, maybe 15 years of war also in Lebanon, then from 75 till 90, let you respect life more, let you become better man also when you went outside that society and you met the real. So I think, I appreciate life more. I appreciate my brother, human being more, whoever he is or she is. And I think people, they feel that. And that's what makes the connection between me and my people. And the fast connection, to say, yeah, from first time, they feel, oh my God, what a good person, yeah, he is. So, and me, I'm using that inside this process of teaching people a good life, good way of living, and of course to take care of this body that they are living in. Yeah.
So now coming back to the topic here now.
Yeah.
What do you think happens, especially I would say to women, after they've had children and their bodies have gone through a lot of change, and it also has an impact, as I said, on their mental well-being, on their confidence, and so forth, right? And unfortunately, a lot of them get into diets which don't work. They get into pills which don't work or have temporary things. Okay, so what would you say is the key message to such women who are struggling with that particular phase in their lives, what would be your message to them?
Look, first thing, what I do, especially with women really that gave birth, and I really teach them to like the person that they see in the mirror, yeah? So this little bit of skin that is up shouldn't be an issue, yeah? When you feel healthy under your skin, what to say, you know? So that is the key moment for me, and the rest will come later. So for diets and hard diets, or some program that you go, they put machines on you to make you slim and they get blue, and that is not healthy. I don't. I prefer if they walk 1 hour per day. This is the key for success. Go and walk 1 hour per day, because this, first, it will help in fat burning. The 1 hour per day, this is the most effective thing about fat burning. Second, of course, you have certain food to eat. I never use like hunger like for slimming. No, you have to eat to slim. But the point is, of course, what to eat. And you know, I'm lucky that I studied also nutrition. As a nutritionist, I know everything about food and what should people eat to help them reach their target. Because you know, fitness, I mean athletic, they need sometimes 3 days carb loading. So they eat carbs before they go to any tennis match or something like that. So it is, you know, it doesn't mean that carb is healthy for some people, but not healthy for others. It depends what you want to do. So for some people, they shouldn't eat carb if really they need to lose the fat in the body. So we reduce the carb intake, we add more protein and, you know, and more veggies. So it depends. Some people they can, some people they need a little bit of carbs to help them slim. So everybody needs something. What I give advice to people, don't go on hard diets. We have something here that is so smart, is the brain. Believe me, the brain, if it feels that there's danger for the body, even if you drink only water, you won't slim. It stops for your protection. The brain stops everything. So don't go into this. Don't fall into these things that they tell you, hard diets and eat 1 meal per day, or don't eat, or only 2 apples and 1 egg in the morning and 1 apple in the evening, and you will slim. Of course you will slim, but you will slim with some kind of not healthy slimming. Everybody will ask you, what happened to you? Are you sick? Look, I have a lot of people, not one to say they all had some healthy slimming, yeah? A good look, slimming in some proportional way. So what I say to women, especially that really they were pregnant and they gave birth, they are really maybe just, if you say take it with the clothes thing, that they are bigger numbers. So from XL we go to L to medium to small. So that's how it is, and that's how I make my best to let them slim. It doesn't mean now you slim upper body and lower body is still big. This is not good. So there must be something wrong. The program is not going to, so you have to do about it. So we work on all parts of the body to slim proportionally, yeah? And believe me, when you eat healthy food, upon to what you need, your body will reduce exactly what we need, yeah?
I think more than reducing, I think it's about being a certain body weight. There's nothing wrong with it being, but it's about being fit, right? And
Of
that's
course,
from person to
of
person.
course.
So
Yes.
Mando, in today's day and age, what do you see we are doing wrong in terms of our lifestyle, be it men, women, children, in this so-called first world countries? What is it that we're doing wrong?
So I mean, it's a very easy like equation to say, you know, like not moving and overeating or drinking, yeah? It depends on people that they drink too much alcohol, it all collects here. And of course, businessmen, business travel, you have a lot of people, they travel for business. They have business meetings, dinners, late dinners, and of course, sport becomes the last thing on their mind. So, you know, so they can't to say to say, okay, at least I do 1 hour sport per day, to cover a little bit of this damage of late dinners, yeah? Because to eat late dinner and sleep, it all collects in your body, yeah? So the body will collect everything here, and unfortunately, everything goes here around the stomach, which is the hardest part of the body after to work. So the wrong thing here is not moving and overeating. So you can't, not to be active. You have to be active in life. You have to do some sport. You have to move. As I said, 1 hour per day of walking will help you so much. And of course, to control the meals, yeah?
But also another thing I know you've said, and I've heard a lot of your students, if I can say that, saying is that actually told them that eating carbs at night is the worst thing you can do as well, correct?
So look, I mean, as I said, for every person what they need. So people that really they need to slim, as I said, I reduce the amount of carbs. So normally night eating for me, I always say early dinner, it should be 4 hours before sleeping, because in this 4 hours already your body digested the food, yeah? So you sleep with, I don't want to say empty stomach, but it's a very good way to sleep. When you eat 4 hours, this 4 hours before the period between eating and sleeping is so essential, so important to go, because your body will be relaxed about things, and you won't really store this kind of food and transform it into fat and will stay in the body. Yeah, our body works out while sleeping. We spend even when we are sleeping, we spend calories, but the late night eating is not. So for calories and for carbs, look, of course, too much carbs is not good. Yeah, even too much fat is not good. So sometimes, some people, they need to drop weight very fast upon to doctor recommendation. Of course, I give them diet that will drop them very fast. We go to keto diet, which eat fat. Like this, we transfer the body into ketosis. It means that you start spending fats for energy. And normally, whatever you use now from your body, you use the carbs, yeah? You lose all the sugar, everything. This is your energy, yeah? But when we switch into spending the fats in the body, here we come. So it is a good way to slim fast. It's not recommended more than 30 days or 60 days, yeah? Because it's a lot of fat going into your liver and your pancreas. So it is hard, but it is the best way to drop weight so fast upon to doctor recommendation, yeah? So we have that also. So back to your question about eating carbs in the night. Little bit of carbs in the night helps you to sleep.
Okay.
Sometimes you can sleep, yes, say.
So Mando, is this right or wrong that being slim means you're healthy and being slightly plumpish means you're not healthy? That's a misconception, correct?
No, it is not. No. Not every slim person is healthy. I have here one lady trains with me. She is really a little bit big, yeah, but her blood picture is so amazing. Her husband looks like best athlete, but he doesn't do any sport. He has grease and blood. She said, I don't believe that my husband, I thought he's so healthy, he has grease and blood, and me that I am chubby, I'm big, I thought I'm not healthy. Her blood picture is so wonderful. But she comes to work out 3 times per week with me, and she's running and that, even if she's a little bit big number, and so what? But she's so healthy. And her husband that looks so fit, he doesn't do any sport. Doctor asked him, what are you eating? What's wrong with you? Why? So he doesn't spend anything for eating. He's not eating healthy, even if it's genetically, maybe he looks so thin. No, this is not the formula of watching if you are healthy or not healthy. Being fit is healthy. And that's what we need more than the outside look, yeah?
Yeah, of course. And it has a direct connection. Being healthy has a direct connection with your mental well-being, your confidence, and just the way, I see the people that you worked with, when they, after 6 months of working out with you and all, the way they love themselves, the way they look at themselves, kids, men, whoever it may be, they just fall in love with themselves all over again, which is so important for them and their contribution to their families and to their communities as well. Because I think that is the key, right, Mando?
It is the key for everything here. Here it is, Tagore, and you're into business and you have, I'm sure, people working under you. So when you put that confidence in them, they will give you the best result.
Yeah.
Yeah. When a salesman goes out with the confidence, with everything he's offering to people and the trust and thing, and so you will get from him or her the best result. And this is what I do with a kid, with a young man or woman, old person. I just do that to them. I let them feel so confident about themselves. For example, I have a friend that got her daughter that they wanted to send her to doctor because she's not good in school. She can't focus on her study. She can't memorize anything. Take her to shrink, take her to this. So she talked to me. I said, let me have her, yeah? So after 2 months, so grades came from 47% to 75%. In school, they asked, what happened? Which doctor you took your daughter? I said, I didn't, my coach. So, and what I did with the girl, nothing. I just really worked out with her. Of course, certain things we did. She felt so good about herself. She saw that she can do a lot of things sport-wise. And she opened up. She took me as a friend and not as a coach. And in school, everything went with her. Wow. Like, they didn't believe even in school, like, something like that could happen to a kid that they mentioned that they said dyslexia and something like that. And they wanted to put in the kid's head that she is sick, and she's not. But just she needed more about this confidence. And the minute you put in the kid this much of confidence, you will get the best result. And started send me video from school, how she's doing athletics, I was doing this, that, and me, I was amazed, about this thing,
So, Mando, right now, in my audience somewhere, there is at least one or two people who are still feeling quite shy, lacking the confidence but want to, have a better version of themselves. Tell me 3 or 5 tips that they should start doing right away.
The first thing, for me personally, I recommend that really they choose some sport that they like to do, and they start practicing. Even if they start tennis, I like tennis. I never played it. Go have a coach. Let it be. You start enjoying, and you start building that confidence in you. Any sport, anything. Start walking. So walk, run 1 minute, walk 1 minute. You start feeling that you can run more, and that's how you build your confidence. The same thing in life, So imagine you want to run 10K and you don't know how. Run 1 minute, walk 1 minute, and then run 2 minutes, walk 1 minute. And you discover that after you can run 10 minutes and you walk 1 minute and still you are feeling good. And that's the confidence built in you. Same thing in anything you want to in life. Tagore, I used to be a shy boy, shy person. About anything. Believe me to stop on a podium and speak to people, I would bury myself and not do that. My kids, they were shy, and then in Shanghai, in school, the music, they have this international school, they have some different, way of teaching kids. And me joining the PTA and presenting all the projects that we do to the head of the school, and I'm not English, person. I have my accent, my English language is not perfect, so I would be shy between all those Brits, in the school, to talk to them. But somehow this community there gave me big confidence that I can speak. I can go on theater and speak to people without any fear. Okay. All that built my confidence. So my advice to people, sport-wise, choose one sport that you like to do, take a trainer and start from the scratch. And little by little, your confidence will come back to you in everything.
So you're saying take a sport, do an hour of walking. How about dietary changes?
So
Eating
food-wise, choose the good food. Choose always the good food that is suitable for you. I mean, we know in general, yeah, I don't want to say now specific. In general, too fatty food is not healthy. You know, too much carbs, not healthy. Like too much chocolate, too much this, chips, this additional thing. So be like this, you know, if you put your plate, you know, like to say like, okay, piece of chicken, little bit of veggies, little bit of rice. This is a healthy meal. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. So, but some people, they like to eat too much meat. Some people, they like too much carbs. Some people really, they go into fast food. And so it can be all the time to go and eat fast food. So be really about what you chose food. Look, we it's a fuel, yeah? It's the good fuel that you eat. This is so important. This body will thank you for always when you feed yourself with a good food. Yeah? So instead of eating fried things, don't eat, just grill it. It's so nice. You have the flavor, you have the taste, you have everything you want, and you start enjoying preparing your meal. You know, even egg omelette, you can put veggies inside. You can, I'm sure me. I'm a foodie guy. I used to work as a chef, as a assistant of chef in Switzerland, and I know how to prepare my meals. Yeah, and I like, of course, everyone who likes to eat. Yeah. But when the minute you like to prepare this nice dish, to see it how it's nice and that, so you enjoy your life. So really feed yourself with good fuel. That's what I give them an advice, yeah?
And eat your dinner at least 3 hours before you go to sleep.
Exactly. So that is the rule, yeah? That is the rule. But of course, sometimes you have exception, you know, like you go, I used to be invited to our Indian friends, and when you go to dinner, there's dinner served at 11 in the night. Of course, there will be some exception. At that moment that you say, okay, I mean, it's once per week, once a month, it's okay, no? But it's not a daily habit, yeah? It's not a daily habit, yeah? So that's what we want.
Is breakfast the most important meal of the day?
Look, I mean, this was an old rule, yeah? That breakfast is the most important meal. I mean, you know, and some people, they say like, eat rich breakfast, eat poor dinner. You know, it depends what we want. If me, I'm so fussy about my body and I want to slim those few things, breakfast is not important here. You eat when you are hungry, yeah? And what to eat. But of course, if you are going to your job, it's good to have a nice breakfast and you go, because mentally you will be ready to do your job. You are not hungry or thirsty. Of course, eat good food in the morning and go to your company. Of course, if you can do 1 hour of workout before and then eat and then you start your day. That is so important, yeah?
Okay, I have another question for you. It's a yes or a no. Can a vegetarian person be healthy in the true sense, with muscle and, fit? Because as you know, I being vegetarian, we're always talking about protein and whatever. So what is the challenge for vegetarians in that journey to becoming fit?
Yeah, look, I mean, the concept of sport, a lot of trainers, they prefer, of course, the protein, the animal protein, yeah? So because it has that growth hormone inside of it, if you need to build muscles. So that doesn't mean being vegetarian. Of course, if you eat eggs, this is amazing. If you eat, cheese, is amazing. So, it depends if you are vegan or vegetarian. If you are vegetarian, it's okay, less troubles than vegan, to say, yeah? But you have protein from seeds, from nuts. It's a big source of protein. So there's no issue about being vegetarian and missing protein, because protein exists in whey, and you have whey protein, you have additional protein, you have powder protein, you have protein in the cheese, in the paneer, eggs, egg white, yeah? So a lot of sources of protein. There's no issue that you say, I'm vegetarian, I can build muscle. No, opposite. I can give you hundreds of diets without any piece of meat, and you will feel that you are even fitter.
Yeah.
You know, non-athletes, they went into vegan or vegetarian because they felt I'm fitter, I have more energy, you know, than eating meat, because eating protein and especially the animal protein will slow you down. Yeah, will slow you down.
So you know what?
One more about this point.
Yeah.
I reached a lot with especially some women to the point that they came to the ideal weight and still they had a little bit of skin here or here, you know, which is normal thing. And they wanted to go to do surgeries to move the skin. So I'm always against that, because I tell her, especially women, as that a surgery of that kind needs 6 months recovery. So imagine you are laying 6 months, you can't walk, you can't run, you can't do any sport because you have surgery. We are gaining weight again. So I say you have to love yourself the way you are. Be happy even with those 2 centimeters skin here on your stomach, but you look beautiful. You see yourself beautiful, and that's what you should see. And as we said, they used to take picture behind everybody. They start to go in first row, take picture. Confidence. They start loving themselves, how they look like. They get compliment from friends, from families. Wow, you look amazing. What happened to you? What's wrong? You know, so these things, they matter for them. Yeah, especially when you go to buy clothes and you see, oh my God, I was XL, now I'm medium. Wow, amazing. So these things, they affect so much, yeah, on their personality, the confidence, how they look like, and what they want from themselves. Yeah, and they, of course, loving yourself should be at first. How the way you look, that's it. I love this person, however I look like. I see myself beautiful, and that's it. Yeah.
You know, Mando, you brought so much of confidence, joy to not just my family, you know, but even to our friends we have in common who are working out with you. And on a lighter note, I say my wife is so fit at the moment, and she's ever so more beautiful than ever before, that she's going to leave me. And now she's doing kickboxing. Mando, she's gonna beat me up and then leave me. And then she's gonna 2 steps, come back, beat me up some more, and then leave me as well. But it's amazing. It's amazing to see how you've changed the lives of all these men, these women, these kids. And it's been such a pleasure, Mando, talking to you about what you do and about the importance of confidence and about being fit, and you know, and also another thing I was going to ask you, the last thing, yoga. Does yoga fit anywhere in this whole journey, Mando? I know the West,
of course,
has ruined the name of yoga by doing heat yoga and loud music. Yoga is not yoga is an art of being in silence and finding yourself.
Yoga is now another level, yeah, of thing. It is a hit, what to say, yeah, and it should be part of our. Even I use few of yoga, you know, like, you know, positions in my, I transfer into mine. It will become active yoga, yeah. So yoga is very important for your inner peace, for everything. So about controlling every part of your body, I recommend anybody to go and do. Me, I went to yoga, I sweat like hardest workout because I am not a yoga person, but I go to yoga sessions just again to let my body adjust to certain things. Yeah, I need that. I need to know about everything. So me, everything I do, I try on myself. I never recommend somebody go do this if I don't know, because me, especially on the video call workout, yeah, I want to know what the person feeling that right moment when he's doing this. Otherwise, how should I know to help the person, you know, over a video call if I don't know what he's doing and how he's feeling? I should pass through that before, and then I can regulate any workout. So yoga is very important. So back to your family. So you have a wonderful family, and they're so committed, and they are into sports so much, you know, and I'm so happy, and that they're not 1 minute, they don't let me wait exactly on time, all the time, waiting. And of course you have, you know, a businesswoman that's working, and don't have a housewife that's doing nothing but work. And she's so committed, and I'm sure the atmosphere at home is a happy atmosphere, and thanks to you also, of course. Look at you, thanks God. Always the smile on your face, and and that's what I appreciate so much, yeah. And that's what we want, Tagore, yeah.
Thank you, Mando, so much for talking to me and to my audience on the importance of being fit mentally, physically, and emotionally, starting with the physical stuff, which then has a domino effect on your well-being. Thank you so much. I really shower all my love and all my gratitude to you. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for giving me this opportunity really to talk to your audience especially. I hope I helped somebody. I gave some good advice to somebody, and I'm ready really to anybody who wants to contact me for advice or anything, because you can't have a general thing for everybody. Every person has some specific need to say, to do something, so you can help them by giving direct advices specific for them, for the way they want. I hope really I help in a way for anybody is listening to us today, and thank you so much. Really, it's a pleasure.
As they say in that part of the world, mas salama, Habibi.
Habibi, thank you so much.